I am unbreakable. I used to think I was broken, but I realized I'm persistent, defiant, and resilient. I'm all of these things in every aspect of my being, whether it's physically, intellectually, or emotionally. I suffer from a medical condition that affects my tendons and ligaments. I injure myself on a weekly, if not daily basis, despite my best efforts of caution. These injuries occur through regular, everyday activities that most people wouldn't think twice about. Because of this, I'm always in some sort of physical pain. All of this has led to a gradual decrease in my mobility. And even though it's something I fight every day, I refuse to stop moving. Last August, I proved to myself just how persistent I can be. For my brother's bachelor party, we all wanted to go to Colorado and explore nature and beautiful scenery. At first, I was nervous because I knew really well how dangerous it would be considering someone with my fragility. But while everyone else was thinking about how to hike up the mountain, I was thinking about how I would get off of it. So ultimately I decided I wanted this experience, and this is something I wanted to prove to myself I could do. And also, what more of an obstacle could there be than a literal mountain? So with that, we decided to go, and when the day came, guess what? I climbed to the peak of the mountain with everyone else. And all my friends were cheering me on when I reached the top, and they were just in disbelief that I actually made it. While I did ultimately hurt myself even further, and I have lingering damage, I proved to myself just how persistent I could be. Another obstacle I've had to overcome was that of my own intelligence. Growing up, I was called the dumb kid. My parents knew it, my friends knew it, even my teachers knew it. They would call me stupid in front of the whole class, and it's just something I resigned to dealing with, just being below average. I pretty much just squeaked by with C's, and that's what everyone had expected of me. And after all, they had put the labels on me. Why would they expect anything more? As the time passed, I ended up becoming growingly frustrated with living under that label, and ultimately I enrolled at Collin College. And at first, family and friends teased me. They just heard community college and kind of said, "Wow, how'd you get in there?" And they expected the same old performance that I had normally given. And they were in for a bit of a shock when I had my first semester and I got a 4.0. And so at first they thought it was a fluke, and another semester passed, another 4.0. So it's something that I had to defy. I had to defy those labels that everyone else had put on me to become greater, and that was a big obstacle for me. But the biggest setback that I've ever received was a few months ago near the start of the pandemic. I was raised by my grandmother, who is the most kind, selfless, and loving person I've ever met. She gave up a pension to raise three of my siblings, including me. And even though I didn't have the luxury of being raised by a mom and dad, she was all I needed. And we never felt that we were missing anything. And she was everything I could have asked for in a parent. And a few months ago, at 90 years old, it's the sweetest woman I ever knew passed away. And surrounded by family, but we said our goodbyes to her and just thanked her for everything she had given us, everything she had taught me, all the love and time she had blessed us with. And coping with her loss was greater of a challenge than anything I've ever faced before. There are times when I think that I'm gonna break. There are times when I want to stop moving and give up, and I just know she raised me better than that. I know she's proud of who I am, and I won't dishonor that. I continue to push through with school and work full time and just keep living the best I can for her. By pushing through the pain, I've proven to myself how resilient I am. So, no, I am not broken. I will continue to push through whatever life has to throw at me, and I will break through it because I'm persistent, I'm defiant, and I am resilient. And even though at times I can be broken, I will not break.